Most people think the biggest threat to your homestead are predators, hawks, coyotes, raccoons, whatever. Others say it's money or government regulation. Some even believe homesteaders fail simply because it's just too much work. Maybe even the zombies, who knows? But what if I told you none of those are the real danger? The truth is, the biggest threat to your homestead, to your garden, your livestock, and even your community is something you face every single day. And it's right above your head, the weather. When I first started homesteading, I thought effort was enough. Plant more, weed more, feed more. And well, everything would work out. But then it rained. For instance, our latest little problem, we had 14 inches of rain in just a couple days. Rows turned into rivers. I had potatoes that rotted in the field and I had to replant eventually. And suddenly, all that work was, well, it just didn't matter. History proves the point. In the 1930s, it wasn't laziness that destroyed the farms. It was the Dust Bowl years with no rain. Entire towns were abandoned. So here's the truth. Hard work can't beat the weather. Here in Tennessee, we see both sides. One year it's floods, next year it's drought, this year it's both. And it just doesn't take too much. Way too much rain and your onions drown. Not enough and the corn, well, never tassels. And it's not just the crops. The chickens stop laying in the excessive heat. The goats and cows lose weight. And one late freeze, you lose all your fruit blossoms overnight. And here's the twist. It doesn't just happen on farms. Backyard gardens, suburban lawns, and even city rooftops. Weather decides success or failure. And sometimes it's worse. 2 years ago, on 31 March 2023, an EF3 tornado tore through my hometown of Covington, Tennessee. It destroyed homes, schools, and businesses. People were killed and dozens were injured. That tornado just missed our farm. But it was certainly a wake-up call. Weather just doesn't test your garden and your livestock. It can take out your entire community in a single night. So here's the hidden truth. Your biggest threat isn't predators, it isn't money, it isn't even the government, believe it or not. It's the sky. Weather is the great equalizer. It doesn't care how strong you are or how much land you own, where you live, or anything else. Sooner or later, it will test you. So how do you prepare for something you can't control? With resilience. On our farm, that means raise rows that keeps the crops above the floodwater. Multiple varieties, so at least something survives. Backup water in some fashion or form. Solar power to keep the lights on when the grid fails. And heating with wood because no storm can shut off your wood pile. But here's the thing, you don't need a farm to build resilience. If you live in an apartment, keep a few gallons of water around and have a way to cook if the power goes out. Stock a few days of shelf-stable food, of whatever you like. Resilience scales to wherever you are. In the end, the question isn't whether the storm comes, it's when. And when it does, all the hard work, money, and planning in the world won't save you unless you built resilience first. The weather is coming, and it's the biggest threat to your homestead, your family, and your community. The only question is, will you be ready? If this gave you something to think about, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more straight talk from the farm. Because no matter where you live, farm, suburb, apartment, out in the woods, the weather's coming either way. The only choice you have is how prepared you'll be. Until next time, I'll see you down at the barn.